Have you ever woken up feeling like you've been stuck in the same dream, night after night, unable to shake it off? Maybe it's a dream that repeats itself every week, sometimes even with the exact same scenes, emotions, or people. It can be frustrating, confusing, and honestly, a little unsettling. Why does your mind insist on showing you the same story over and over again? What is your subconscious trying to tell you through these persistent dreams? Believe it or not, recurring dreams are not random. They carry important messages that your mind is desperately trying to communicate. They are often tied to deep emotions, unresolved conflicts, or significant changes happening in your life, even if you're not consciously aware of them. But here's the thing. Decoding these messages isn't always easy, and most people simply dismiss recurring dreams as weird quirks of the sleeping brain or stress-related side effects. Yet, understanding why these dreams keep coming back can unlock powerful insights about your emotional state, your fears, and what you need to address to move forward in life. This video will take you on a journey through the hidden meaning of recurring dreams, breaking down the common reasons why your mind chooses to replay these nighttime stories, whether it's lingering trauma, ongoing struggles in your waking life, or even subtle warnings you haven't noticed. Each recurring dream is a window into your inner world. By the end, you'll not only know what your dream is trying to say, but also how to finally break free from the endless cycle of repetition. So, if you've ever felt trapped in a loop of the same dream, or wondered why your nights feel like reruns, stay tuned, because the answers you've been searching for might be closer than you think. One of the most common reasons recurring dreams keep showing up is unresolved emotional conflict. Your subconscious mind uses dreams as a way to process feelings and experiences that you might be avoiding or suppressing during your waking hours. When there's a problem or situation that you haven't fully dealt with, your brain often sends you back to that scenario repeatedly in your dreams, hoping you'll finally confront it. Think about it like this. Your mind is holding on to unfinished business, and until you address it, the dream keeps replaying as a kind of emotional alarm system. This isn't always obvious, because sometimes the dream's content might be symbolic or abstract, making it hard to connect with what's really bothering you. For example, you might dream about being lost or trapped, which could actually represent feeling stuck in a difficult relationship or job situation in real life. Or maybe you're constantly being chased in your dreams, which often signals that there's some fear or anxiety you haven't fully faced. It's important to recognize that recurring dreams linked to unresolved emotions are your mind's way of nudging you to pay attention to these issues. Ignoring these dreams or brushing them off as just strange nighttime stories won't make the emotions disappear. They'll keep coming back until you're ready to process them. Many people find it helpful to start journaling their dreams or talking to someone they trust about what's been bothering them, which can begin to break down the walls around those hidden feelings. In some cases, professional help like therapy might be necessary to fully unpack and work through the underlying emotions that fuel these recurring dreams. Understanding that your dreams are trying to guide you toward emotional healing is the first step to breaking free from the cycle. So, if you find yourself trapped in the same dream pattern, don't be afraid to look deeper and ask yourself what part of your life or heart is still waiting for closure. Another reason you might keep having the same dream every week is that your subconscious is trying to prepare you for a major life change. Dreams often act like messages from deep within, alerting you to shifts happening beneath the surface of your conscious mind. These repeated dreams may not just be random scenes, but symbolic warnings or encouragements about upcoming transitions, whether you're aware of them yet or not. For example, if you're about to start a new job, move to a new city, or even experience a change in a close relationship, your mind could be replaying certain images or scenarios to help you process the anticipation and anxiety that come with change. Sometimes these dreams highlight feelings of uncertainty or fear, which makes sense because change is rarely easy. Your brain wants to prepare you emotionally, so it keeps sending you back to these themes until you begin to mentally accept and adapt to the shift. This repeated dreaming is like a mental rehearsal. By facing the emotions and situations over and over in your sleep, you're slowly building resilience and understanding. What's fascinating is that these dreams might not look exactly like your real-life situations. Instead, they use metaphors, a flight delayed, a locked door, or a winding path, to express your inner state. The dream's persistence is your mind's way of saying, "This is important, don't ignore it." If you pay close attention, you might even start to notice subtle changes in the dream's details over time, signaling your growing readiness to face the real-world changes. Ignoring these dreams won't stop the feelings or transitions. It just makes the process harder when it finally hits you. So when you notice a dream keeps coming back, take a moment to reflect. What changes are brewing in your life? What fears or hopes might your subconscious be trying to bring into the light? By decoding these clues, you'll be better equipped to navigate whatever lies ahead. Sometimes, the same dream repeats because there's an unresolved emotional issue that your mind hasn't fully processed. These recurring dreams often act like emotional echoes, bouncing around your subconscious, demanding attention until you face what's buried deep inside. You might not even realize what the core issue is. It could be a past hurt, a lingering regret, or a fear you've been avoiding. The dream plays out again and again because your subconscious knows that until you confront and heal this emotional wound, it will keep resurfacing in your sleep. These dreams aren't just random. They're like messages from your inner self, begging for acknowledgement and understanding. They may feel frustrating, confusing, or even frightening, but they're crucial because they signal that your emotional well-being depends on resolving whatever's hidden beneath the surface. Think about a situation where you felt powerless or betrayed. Maybe an argument you never resolved, or a loss that left you feeling alone. Your recurring dream might recreate scenes or feelings related to that moment, giving you a chance to revisit the pain in a safe space. By doing so, your subconscious hopes you can eventually come to terms with it, forgive yourself or others, and find closure. Ignoring these dreams often leads to feeling stuck in a loop, both in your sleep and in your waking life, where the same patterns or emotions replay endlessly. But when you start to pay attention, to journal your dreams, or even discuss them with a therapist, you begin to break the cycle. You give yourself permission to process and heal. So if you're stuck with a dream that keeps showing up, don't dismiss it as meaningless. It's your mind's way of saying, there's something important here that you need to address. Embracing this message can open the door to emotional freedom and a deeper understanding of yourself. Recurring dreams often carry symbols that your subconscious uses to communicate complex emotions and thoughts you might not be fully aware of. One powerful way to decode these dreams is by paying close attention to the specific symbols or themes that keep showing up. For instance, you might repeatedly dream about being lost, falling, or even encountering certain people or places. Each of these symbols carries its own emotional weight and meaning, deeply tied to your personal experiences and inner conflicts. When a dream repeats, it's not just about the event itself, but about what that event represents in your life. Take the example of dreaming about being chased. On the surface, it might seem like a straightforward fear or anxiety, but when it recurs, it often points to an ongoing issue in your life you're trying to avoid. The pursuer might symbolize a nagging worry, a relationship problem, or a decision you've been postponing. Another common recurring dream involves falling. Falling can symbolize a loss of control or fear of failure, especially if you're facing significant changes or uncertainty in your waking life. Sometimes the dream might shift slightly, like falling from different heights or landing softly instead of crashing. These variations reveal different layers of your feelings about control and safety. Understanding these symbols requires reflecting on your current emotions and life circumstances. Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you avoiding a difficult conversation? Are you worried about the future? Your recurring dream offers clues to these inner tensions. To decode them, try keeping a dream journal, noting the details and your feelings each time the dream recurs. Over time, patterns will emerge that can help you connect the dots between your dreams and your waking challenges. This process isn't about finding a one-size-fits-all interpretation, but about uncovering the personal meaning behind the symbols. When you start to recognize these patterns, the recurring dream loses its hold, and you gain insight into what your subconscious is trying to reveal. The key is to listen closely. Your mind is speaking in symbols, and once you understand the language, you can begin to heal. Sometimes, recurring dreams are a reflection of unresolved emotions that your waking mind hasn't fully processed yet. These dreams aren't just random images or stories. They are your subconscious mind's way of working through pain, regret, or trauma that you might be avoiding during the day. When a dream repeats itself, it often means there's something important that your soul wants you to confront, understand, or release. One common example is dreaming about someone who hurt you or a situation that caused emotional damage. These dreams might revisit painful moments, but they're not meant to torment you endlessly. Instead, they are signaling that you need to face those feelings in order to heal. It's like your mind is gently urging you to deal with the root cause, rather than pushing it deeper down where it festers. Another reason these dreams repeat is that your subconscious is trying to bring closure to an unfinished chapter. Maybe there was a relationship that ended abruptly, or a missed opportunity that still haunts you. Your dream recreates scenarios tied to those events, offering you a chance to replay and reimagine the outcome. This isn't about living in the past, but about gaining new perspectives, forgiving yourself or others, and letting go. Recognizing this can be incredibly freeing because it shifts your relationship with the dream from one of fear or frustration to one of understanding and growth. It's important to give yourself permission to explore these emotions outside of the dream state, whether through journaling, talking to someone you trust, or seeking professional support. Ignoring these messages only keeps the cycle going, but facing them can bring relief and clarity. Your recurring dream, then, is a guide, revealing what your heart is trying to say, but maybe can't express in waking life. When you listen carefully, you start to unlock the healing your soul desperately needs, turning what once felt like a haunting into a powerful step toward peace. One of the most revealing aspects of recurring dreams is how they highlight your inner fears and anxieties that you might not even be fully aware of during your waking hours. When a dream repeats week after week, it often signals that your subconscious is desperately trying to draw your attention to a specific issue you've been avoiding, something deep within your psyche that needs to be acknowledged and understood. Sometimes these dreams come with symbols or scenarios that feel strange or even disturbing, but each element holds a clue about your emotional state. For instance, if you keep dreaming about being lost or trapped, it could symbolize feelings of confusion, helplessness, or being stuck in a situation in real life. This repetition acts like a flashing red light, warning you that there's an unresolved tension that's affecting your mental and emotional well-being. Your mind is essentially saying, you can't ignore this any longer. What makes recurring dreams so compelling is that they're persistent. They won't let you brush them aside as mere coincidence or random brain activity. Instead, they push you to reflect, to ask questions, and to dig deeper into what these dreams might mean for your personal growth. Ignoring these messages can leave you feeling restless, anxious, or emotionally drained because your subconscious keeps nudging you towards something important. The more you resist, the louder the dreams become. But the good news is, once you begin to explore the emotions and themes behind these dreams, they often lose their grip and become less frequent, or sometimes stop entirely. This happens because you're actively addressing the root cause, allowing your mind and soul to heal. So, if you're experiencing the same dream week after week, take it as a powerful sign. It's your subconscious urging you to confront what you've been avoiding, to face your fears head-on, and to finally break free from the invisible chains holding you back. This dream isn't just a story playing out in your sleep. It's a key to unlocking a new chapter of self-awareness and emotional freedom. Sometimes, recurring dreams carry a message about the unresolved relationships or emotional wounds from your past that still affect you today. When the same dream repeats, it's often because there's unfinished business lurking beneath the surface, something your heart hasn't fully accepted or forgiven. These dreams might involve people from your past, perhaps someone you once trusted, but who betrayed you, or a loved one you lost too soon. The dream doesn't just replay for no reason. It's a way your subconscious is gently, or sometimes not so gently, asking you to process these lingering emotions. Holding on to pain, resentment, or guilt can weigh heavily on your spirit, and the recurring dream acts like a mirror, reflecting what you still need to heal. The symbolism in these dreams may not always be obvious at first. Sometimes the person isn't even clearly visible, or the setting feels surreal, but the emotions they stir up are very real and intense. It's a call to look inward and ask yourself what part of your past is still unresolved. Are there feelings you've pushed down, or memories you avoid? Are you holding on to grudges that poison your peace? Understanding this can be the first step toward releasing that emotional baggage. Healing doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means acknowledging the impact it has had on you and finding a way to make peace with it. This process allows your subconscious to finally rest, reducing the need to bring up the same dream repeatedly. The moment you start forgiving yourself, or others, or even just accepting the reality of the past, you give your soul permission to move forward. Recurring dreams about people from your past aren't just random flashes of memory. They're invitations to confront the emotional truths you've buried, to mend the broken parts, and to reclaim your peace. By facing these hidden wounds, you break the cycle and open the door to emotional freedom, allowing your dreams and your life to evolve into something brighter. Understanding why you keep having the same dream every week is like unlocking a secret message from your subconscious, a message your waking mind has yet to fully hear or accept. These recurring dreams are not random. They are deeply connected to your emotional state, your past experiences, and your current challenges. They serve as a reminder that something inside you needs attention, whether it's unresolved trauma, suppressed fears, or unhealed wounds from relationships that left a mark. Ignoring these dreams means ignoring your soul's call for healing and growth, which can keep you trapped in a cycle of unrest and confusion. But when you choose to listen, truly listen, to what your dreams are trying to tell you, you begin a journey towards self-awareness and transformation. These dreams urge you to confront what you might be avoiding in your conscious life, encouraging you to explore your feelings and memories with compassion and courage. The process isn't always easy. Facing painful truths takes strength. However, it's through this vulnerability that real healing happens. The repetition of the dream fades not because the problem disappears overnight, but because you start to make peace with it. You find ways to integrate those experiences, releasing their hold on your present. Your subconscious stops sending the same urgent messages because it senses you're ready to move forward. This transformation ripples into your daily life, bringing greater clarity, emotional balance, and resilience. You start to recognize patterns, make better choices, and nurture relationships that truly support your well-being. Remember, recurring dreams are not a sign of weakness or madness. They are powerful signals of your mind's and heart's desire for healing. By embracing the lessons they offer, you take control of your inner world and open the door to a future that is freer and more fulfilling. So the next time you wake up from that familiar dream, know that it's your soul reaching out, guiding you toward the peace and understanding you deserve.